Hello students, I am Dr. Patil from College. Today we are going to learn chapter number 4, Measure of Dispersion. In this chapter we learn introduction of dispersion and range. Let us start. Measures of dispersion. The measures of dispersion indicates the scattering of data. It explains the disparity of data from one another, delivering a precise view of the distribution of data. The measures of dispersion displays and gives us an idea about the variation and central value of an individual atom. In other words, dispersion is the extent to which values in a distribution differs from the average of the distribution. It gives us an idea about the extent to which individual atoms vary from one another and from the central value. The variation can be measured in different numerical measures, namely number 1 range and number 2 standard deviation. First, we have to see range. Range is the simplest of the measures of dispersion. It is defined as the difference between the value of smallest atom and the value of the largest atom, including in the distribution. That is, range is equal to capital L minus small range is equal to L minus S, capital L minus capital S, where L is equal to largest atom or observation, S is equal to smallest atom or observation. Then coefficient of range. The corresponding relative measures of range is called the coefficient of range, and which is given by coefficient of range is equal to L minus S divided by L plus S. Merit and demerits of range. Merit of range. Number 1. Among all the measures of dispersion, range is simplest and easy to calculate. Number 2. It takes minimum time to calculate the value of range. Demerit of range. Number 1. Range is not based on all the observation in the data. Number 2. It cannot be determined for frequency distribution with open-ended classes. Let us see some examples of range. Example number 1. Following are the prices in rupees of shares of a company on 6 consecutive days. Compute range and coefficient of range. The given data is 200, 210, 208, 160, 220 and 250. Solution. Let S is equal to smallest observation. So, we have to find the smallest observation of the given data, and the smallest observation is 160. So, smallest observation is 160. L is equal to largest observation. So, in the given data, we have to find the largest observation of the given data, and the largest observation is 250. Therefore, largest observation is equal to 250. The formula of range is equal to L minus S. We put this value in this formula and we get 250 minus 160 is equal to 90. Therefore, coefficient of range is equal to L minus S divided by L plus S. We put this value in this formula and we get L minus S is equal to 90 and L plus S is equal to 250 plus 160 is equal to 410. Therefore, 90 divided by 410 is equal to 0.22. So, range is 90 and coefficient of range is 0.22. Example number 2. Compute range and coefficient of range for the following data. And the data is 100, 24, 14, 105, 21, 35, 106. Solution. Let S is equal to smallest observation. And the smallest observation of the given data is 40. L is equal to largest observation, and largest observation of the data is 106. Therefore, range is equal to L minus S. Put this value in the formula, we get 106 minus 14 is equal to 92. coefficient of range. The formula is L minus S divided by L plus S. Putting this value in this formula and we get 92 divided by 120 and the answer is 0.7667. So range is equal to 92 and coefficient of range is equal to 0.7667. Example number 3. This example is frequency distribution examples. Determine the range and coefficient of range for the following data. And the given frequency distribution: electricity consumption per month 100 to 150, 150 to 300, 300 to 450, 450 to 600, and number of family is known as frequency is 28, 56, 43 and 23. Solution: let S is equal to smallest observation and L is equal to largest observation. In this problem, smallest observation is 100 because electricity consumption and per month is class and class means observation. Number of family means frequency. Most of the students are mistakes that S is equal to 23 and 23 is not observation, 23 is frequency. So this is wrong. So smallest observation is 100 and largest observation is 600. So range is equal to L minus 6, 600 minus 100 is equal to 500 and the coefficient of range is equal to 500 divided by 700 is equal to 0.7143. So student, remember this point: electricity consumption per month means classes and this is the observations. So we have to find smallest observation and largest observation from these classes, not frequency distributions, not this frequency. So smallest observation is 100 and largest observation is 600. Example number 4. Compute the range and coefficient of range from the following data. So classes 101 to 200, 201 to 300, 301 to 400 and 401 to 500. Frequency 15, 18, 17, 10. So here we have to easy to find the observations and frequency because here mentioned class and frequency. So solutions: smallest observation is 101, right, and largest observation is 500. So range is equal to L minus 1, 500 minus 101 is equal to 399 and the coefficient of range is equal to L minus S divided by L plus S. Putting this value, then we have to find 500 minus 101 is equal to 399 and 500 plus 101 is equal to 601. So 399 divided by 601 is equal to 0.6638. So range is equal to 399 and coefficient of range is 0.6638. So student, let us remember range is simplest of measure of dispersion. It is defined as the difference between the value of smallest atom and the value of largest atom, including in the distribution. That is, range is equal to L minus S, where L is largest observation and S is smallest observation. Also, remember coefficient of range. The corresponding relative measures of range is called coefficient of range and which is given by L minus S divided by L plus S. So student, today we give some assignment. Assignment number 1 for problem of individual observation and exercise number 2, the problem of frequency distribution. So first problem we have to we will solve compute range and coefficient of range from the following data. This is individual observation. We have to find smallest observation of this data and we have to find largest observation of this data, and using the formula range is equal to L minus S and solve this example, and we have to find coefficient of range. You have to use the formula L minus S divided by L plus S. Another exercise number 2 for frequency distribution, and in this problem we have to solve range and coefficient of range. Here the smallest observation, we have to find the smallest observation, and you have to find the largest observation from these classes. So students, solve these examples and scan and upload to the Google Classroom. Okay. If you have any difficulty related to this topic, you can send email on Patil@catechismcollege.ac.in. Thank you dear student. Thank you very much.